Welcome back to Vegas Live with Nina, and of course you know it's got to be Tuesday and it's got to be between 1 and 3 o'clock because that's when I do all my interviews. We're also down here at the extremely beautiful Pepper Lounge. It's been here since 1972. I don't think they've changed the decor. I mean, they've upgraded it obviously, but they've kept the same lighting, the same, you know, the ambience here is absolutely amazing. They've got the fire pit and everything. But I have a very special guest with me today, which I've spent actually the last sort of the weekend and a few days with. Her name is Geraldine Hughes. You might recognize the name, but if you don't, you sure will after the interview. You'll know exactly who this woman is. Geraldine, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
We've just spent a few days together,
yes,
haven't we?
We had a great time.
We had a wonderful time.
Yes.
Well, wasn't we did a radio show with 702.5
Hot.
and that was downtown Las Vegas, and then we went all the way out north Las Vegas, and we had I think it was 5 interviews there as well. And I think I can't remember the name of the radio station, Radio Ritz or something, or Reese or Rise. What was the name?
Radio.
Rise
Radio.
See, my producer knows. See, that's why he's my producer. Rise Radio. We did about 5 interviews there as well.
Yes.
We were interviewing from 12 o'clock to about 2:30.
Right.
We were not exhausted, but the stories, they still want stories, and each one we tried to make them a little different.
That's
you know,
right.
just to make it
Right.
And then in the evening, we went over to this extremely extravaganza, this event, which was coming out of London actually. It was the Soul Central Magazine Awards, and that was fabulous as well.
That was amazing.
And wasn't it amazing?
Yes.
It was absolutely lovely.
Yes.
And I got an award. And I understand you didn't get your award. I don't know what
Central.
happened. Soul Central. Where did her award?
Where my
disappear?
award at?
Yeah, where's her award? Well, you do have one. I know you do.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm looking into it.
Okay, thank you.
Now then, she's got. Geraldine has the most incredible story about Michael Jackson. So you take it over. This is the book that Geraldine has written. You can read it for yourself. But that's a little bit what's going on.
Redemption, the truth behind the Michael Jackson child molestation allegation. I'm the author of this book, and this is the book that basically proves that Michael Jackson was not a child molester. This is the real story about Michael Jackson back in 1993 that talks about the extortion scheme.
And it's behind the scenes. Because you were behind the scenes. Geraldine was behind the scenes, and there was things that were going on, and 2 and 2 didn't make 4, and you were very young at that time, and you picked all this up.
Yes.
What was going on? Because you said it doesn't make sense.
Right. I worked for the attorney, Barry Rothman, that framed Michael Jackson. The whole child molestation allegation was actually an extortion scheme that launched the false allegation. It started out Evan Chandler wanting $20 million so he could make a movie.
Now, Evan Chandler was the stepfather of the boy?
He was the father of the boy.
Oh, he was the father.
Yes.
He was the father of the boy.
The father.
And he created this because he wanted all this money for a film.
For a film. He wanted to make a movie. And Michael wouldn't give him the money because he said, why should I give you $20 million? But, what a lot of people need to know that he didn't originally come to Michael saying, you molested my child. He originally came to Michael saying, you stole his affection from me. You're a superstar. I can't compete with that. So I need the money to make a film so that me and my son can connect back and, I can...
This sounds like a little bit of a blackmail going on here.
Yeah, it did not turn into child molestation until Michael wouldn't give him the money. Then the whole thing, it all shifted.
And then so the father accused Michael Jackson of molesting his son.
Right.
That's quite. And so what made you decide that you're going to now open this up and because that was in what, 1993?
93.
That was in 93.
Right.
We're now all the way over to 2019. That's quite a long time.
It's been a while.
But how long has the book been out?
I released the book in 2003. The reason why a lot of people, it didn't really go out like it should have, because in 2003 they came against Michael with the second allegation. So the lie was out there, and the lie always seems to get more attention than the truth.
Well, that's people always want to see the bad side of you, not the
Yes.
good side. That's human nature, it seems like.
Yes.
It seems like we're all kind of, look how they did this, and they were bad on this, and so look how great they did this. And so I'm the great person. I love to build people up, and I think you do too.
Yes.
And so you decided in 2003 so obviously the book of 2003, when this other allegation came out,
Right.
then the book was kind of squashed a little bit.
Not really. I was out there in major media. I did ABC, NBC, I did Fox, I did Geraldo. Bill O'Reilly gave me the last word. I did 2020. The fans sent me all over the world. I did Wendy Williams when she had a radio station. And I was out there, but like I said, the lie gets a little bit more attention.
Yes. So now you've decided to come back out with it. How long have you been trying to get this now back out again?
I realized in 2009 when Michael died, we're now going on the 10-year anniversary of his death.
Yes.
But I realized when he died that I had more than a book, that I had more than a story, that I had a movie that needed to be made.
Now listen to those words.
A
The
movie to be made, because the world needs to see the elaborate scheme that they put against Michael. They need to see it, because they need to see it from the inside the way I saw it.
Now this is really, because you very rarely get somebody, and I don't know if you're going to be in the movie, which you probably will be in the movie, but somebody who actually knows the truth.
Right.
Because you actually have, you were given it, because she was the secretary, right?
I was the legal secretary for the attorney.
For the attorney that was accusing Michael. So this all kind of, so you know exactly, so
Sure.
you know how each person has to play the part.
Sure.
And you know exactly all the lines. Well, you've got it written in here, but she's got all the lines, she's got all the action, she's got all the people. So you've got all, and it's a movie that actually is not really going to be all over the world. It's going to be more as in one place, as a legal place, are the courthouses and the offices.
Right.
So it's not
Absolutely.
it's not a movie that has to be all over the place.
Right.
It's kind of in a very unique area of the story.
Absolutely. Yeah. It mainly unfolded in Los Angeles, California. It's going to touch into some areas because Michael did some traveling with
Of course.
not the 13-year-old accuser. Michael did traveling with the whole family. See, the
whole family of the 13-year-old.
whole family, the mother, June Chandler. There was a daughter, and then it was the boy, Jordy Chandler.
And then Michael paid for it all.
He paid for it all. He lavished the whole family.
Really?
It wasn't just the little boy or him trying to pull the little boy to the side. He loved the whole family.
Yeah. So with the movie, have you? What has the response been for the movie?
It's overwhelming now because now that ever since this Leaving Neverland we call it a mockumentary and we call it a movie where they were obviously acting, but ever since they decide to keep they've decided to keep the lie going, and we're like, the lies are not going to stop until the truth is told. I call this the greatest story never told.
And also, I'm going to bring up one more thing. What was it? $1 million? How much was? What was the settlement?
The settlement was $20 million.
The settlement was $20 million, but as Geraldine said, Michael Jackson never paid the settlement because Michael Jackson was innocent.
Right. His insurance company.
Yeah, he didn't pay off to get rid of it.
He did not.
He didn't pay off because he was innocent and he didn't.
Right.
So that's got to give you anybody out there a clue right away that
yes.
that wasn't the case.
Because the media tried to make you think that he paid the boy off.
Yes, and he did not. He did not
did
pay.
not.
See, that's why I wanted to bring that up, because he did not pay it off. They just made the settlement to close the case down.
They settled the civil lawsuit. The criminal investigation never produced.
Well, it was dropped. It was never there.
It never even produced an indictment because they could not find anything else to corroborate with the boy saying other than the hearsay. He molested me, that was it. They tried to do a body search where the boy said he knew what Michael's body, private parts looked like. When they did the body search, it did not match.
So it was a
not
complete
match.
lie.
Yes, so they couldn't even indict him in '93. The only thing Michael settled was the civil lawsuit.
The civil lawsuit, but
That
he
was
didn't
it.
settle it. His insurance
His
company settled it.
insurance
It was
company.
nothing to do with Michael, and they just got rid of it
Right.
because obviously Michael, in his position, would have insurance
Right.
for anybody coming to attack him on anything.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, of
Absolutely.
course he had that because he was a personality. Hello, he was definitely a personality. Amazing man. You never met Michael, right?
I never got a chance to meet him. He did when we were in preparation of releasing the book. I wanted this photo to be on the book cover because this was given to me when I went forward and talked with Anthony Pellicano. I went and talked with him while I was still working for the attorney. He was so appreciative that I came forth
Yes.
to tell him what I had to say. He took this beautiful picture off the wall and gave it to me. This is the picture he gave to me.
Oh, how amazing.
And
That
so-
is a gorgeous picture.
And so when I decided to do the book, I said, I want this picture to be the cover. And it took a while for me to get the okay. When they found out that the holdup with the book was the picture, I got a call from Joe Jackson, and he said, "You tell Mrs. Hughes she's got permission to use the photo." And then when I met Joe, I said, "Joe, how did that happen?" He said, "I called Michael and I said, Michael, the lady that's trying to put the book out, she needs permission." And he said, Michael said, "Well, of course she's got my
Now you
permission."
have all that in writing.
No.
You don't. You just have word. That's
But
fine.
I do have, Joe did, rest his soul, may
Yes.
he rest in peace.
Yeah.
He figured that down the line, he was protecting the project down the line. He did give me a letter. I have a letter signed by Joe saying that he not only supports my book, but he also supports the movie project.
So you do have it written.
Yes,
you
I do.
Have. Yes,
Yes,
you
I
do have.
do.
And the reason I want to clear that because I don't want anybody thinking that they can sort of grab this book and read it and start making a movie. Because if you do, you're in trouble. Right there and then.
Big trouble.
Big trouble from this young lady right here. Well, you're now. So the next thing we want with the movie is if you want funding for the movie.
Yes.
And I don't see anything. I think people would jump on this because of your connection
Sure.
with everything that happened. And you actually saw it with your own eyes.
Right. A lot of people, we're tired. They're tired of the lies.
Yes.
They're tired of the fact that they're trying to come after Michael when he's not even here to defend himself.
Yes.
So they're sick and tired of all the lies and the schemes. They want the truth. Right now, people are knocking on our doors. They want to be investors. We don't have an actual investor at the table where the money is there yet. But we
Well,
are.
that's because you're testing out to see how
Absolutely.
legit they are. I mean, you can't just bring
Right.
money in and just be,
Right.
whatever.
And
So-
we want to be able to tell the story our way. We
Yes.
want to be sometimes all money is not good money. We want
No.
to be able to. We want the person that's putting the money on the table that they're putting it there so that the truth can be told.
and
Right.
and the truth is sitting right
Right.
here with me.
Absolutely.
Geraldine is amazing. Geraldine Hughes, absolutely wonderful to actually come out with this book because you never know. There's people out there that do strange things, and you can be on a line and things can happen. So you've come out, and she's had a tremendous amount of support. And of course,
Yes.
obviously, we're supporting her 100%. And of course, Valentino, he's going to be here a little later, and we've got his support as well. So we've got a lot of support going on with this.
Thank
and
you.
I've definitely got my support. I think this is absolutely remarkable because the thing I absolutely love is the truth. Anybody lies to me, it's not that they're in trouble. I just don't see them again.
Okay, they're in trouble.
I just don't see them again. No, I've always had this truthful thing. I don't care how bad it has to be, but
Yeah,
the
just as
truth.
long as
As
it's
long
the
as it's the
truth.
truth, it doesn't really matter.
Absolutely.
But look out for this book. This book can be. You can buy this on Amazon, right?
Yes, yes.
Amazon Redemption. Michael Jackson, the real story. We'll be right back with our next guest. See you soon.